and gentlemen, we've made it once again to Hoot and Holler with you on episode 5 of the Newton County Holler. I am Jim Baumgardner, and over here immediately to that side of the screen is my good pal, Executive Director of the Newton County Chamber of Commerce and mastermind behind all that is the Newton County Holler and many other things. We'll talk about that in a few. My friend, Toinette Madison, how have you been this week, Toinette?
It's been a good week, a good week. This weather has made it wonderful, and folks are moving around and getting ready for the season. It's exciting.
That is very true, and actually a great segue, as we call it in the business, into getting ready for the season would be all the attractions, the outdoor activities that one can do, right? All about Newton County, and one in particular that we're highlighting today is when it comes to Buffalo Ranch and Adventure Parks, featuring the Newton County Chamber's Vice President, Donny Stuart. Donny,
There
how
you
are
go.
you today?
Hey guys, glad to be with you. Thanks.
It is wonderful to have you. So, again, welcome to the Holler, and we very much appreciate you coming in. Also, appreciate you serving as the Vice President of the Newton County Chamber. And we could talk more about that in a minute. But for the sake of the calendar and where we are now, we're recording this on February 3rd. It'll go to air, or excuse me, to all of the air tomorrow on the line. But you have a contest going on with the Wilderness Rider Ranch that is apropos to the lovebirds, if I'm not mistaken. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, we've got a little contest going on. If you share pictures of the of your ranch experience, you might win a free weekend here on Valentine's weekend.
It's called
See,
Date with Your
I
Mate.
date with your mate.
Date.
Date
That's
with your
fun.
mate.
That is fun.
Awesome.
You can find that on Facebook, and I'm sure we will. If you look at the comment section, we'll be able to have the links and everything to where you guys can participate and enjoy that date with your mate out there in the woods. There's all kinds of fun stuff that happens
I
out in the
can't wait to
woods.
get you out there to the ranch, Jim. It's incredible.
Oh,
It's
just looking at the pictures alone have been absolutely amazing. So, but again, Toinette insisted that we all get to say hi to Donnie and learn more about him. And if you would be so kind as to share more about what people do find when they come out there to the Wilderness Rider Ranch.
Well, we've got quite an array of off-road trails, whether you're in a Jeep, a side-by-side, or a four-wheeler, or riding a dirt bike. We've got single track for dirt bikes, and probably about well over 50 miles of Jeep trails and another 50 miles of dirt bike trails. In addition to that, we are right in between the headwaters of the Buffalo National River Park and the Sweden Creek Nature Preserve. So, yeah, as you might guess, it's pretty scenic around here. I think we've got close to a dozen waterfalls on the property itself, several named creeks, 4 different hollows, lots of bluff line, lots of scenic overlook. We've been told we're the prettiest park in the eastern half of the U.S.
I
I
don't
can,
doubt it. I tell you,
yeah,
I get
that's
to work an event out there, Jim. I can't remember what time of the year it was, Donnie, but it was a little dusty, and I got to spend the day out there with all the dirt bikes, and there were lots of them. Believe me. I told him I hadn't been that dirty since the '90s, but I sure did have a lot of fun.
Well, it's a wonderful place. You can enjoy yourself if you're just coming to see nature, or if you're, coming to get some action on your off-road vehicle.
That's right.
well, I was saying that's fantastic. Because to find folks who are really okay, I'll just call it out as it is. There's so many things that are coming soon when it comes to the developers who have decided to take advantage of some of the previous locations, such as Dog Patch at Marble Falls. And it's talking all the wonderful things that will happen out there. But you're doing it right now. And that I think is so important for people to know that there's not a wait and see, it's a go and see now.
Oh, it's
And
awesome.
that I'm looking forward to it. I really am. Now, I would say I would try to come out in the next week, but as soon as I do, the way things are working with me right now, I'd probably bring a blizzard and set you back by a good month, and I don't want that. I would
Well,
feel bad about that.
oddly enough, the place is beautiful in a blizzard too. So don't let that stop you.
Well, I can totally appreciate that. I truly can. Well, there we go. Sorry, getting a little button crazy back here. But now when it comes to your involvement with the chamber, one of the things that we really like to inform the public about is chamber members are fantastic, but when it comes to those who are willing to get on the board and be very, I mean, again, you're taking on a role of leadership, and I'm always curious is what encouraged you to throw your hat, I guess, wider into the ring when it comes to being a part, an active part of the Chamber of Commerce.
I appreciate how diverse Newton County business uh, community is. There's not a lot of major employers here in Newton County, and when you get here, you pretty much have to become an entrepreneur to stay here for a lot of us. So uh, there's an awful lot of people that are very similar to myself. Just small business owners, and I was compelled to jump in there and be part of it.
Well, see, and again, it's that type of spirit that, to me, just it. My gosh, not only does it make for a fun experience, memory making, and lives, but it's a wonderful. Again, what you just said right there to me is like the greatest message in the world, not to share with other businesses, but also to the young folks to know that this is how things work. That, you find the folks who are willing to invest the time, effort, energy, and money to do these things. You can get a lot done, especially in the, pardon this, but middle of nowhere. And in that middle of nowhere, you've created something just beautiful.
Well,
Right.
the beauty was already here, and we're just that we've figured out a way to let other people see it and make it all work.
Well, and that tenacity is what's truly awesome. And folks can see more for themselves at wildernessrider.com. Wildernessrider.com, and also be able to look you guys up on the Facebook.
I got a
Correct.
little clip I want to show Jim. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, let's have a little view here.
See that again, just those quick shots right there, and then when we got over there and we seeing all the buffalo roam, that is quite the expansive property you've got going on out there. That truly, I can see why it lives up to that moniker they gave you because that is beautiful out there.
Yeah, we're really lucky. So much
Well,
rain, we sure are.
It's
right
awesome.
on.
And pictures don't do it justice. I can't wait to get you out there, Jim.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm looking very forward to it, really and truly. And the best part is when I go, I hope everybody else comes out with me because I don't want to be lonely.
Not where the
Totally funny
buffalo
with it.
roam, huh?
That's it. Well, as we do the best we can over here at the Newton County Holler, we know you're a very busy guy, so we want to thank you very much for taking the time to chat and share with us. And I want to encourage everyone to go over to wildernessrider.com, wildernessrider.com, just one word, and check out more. Get on the Facebook and learn how you can win a date with your mate. And that's, again, where the buffalo roam, all kinds of magic and loving can be made. But seriously, it's a lot of fun to be had. And Donnie, we thank you very much for sharing that fun with us.
absolutely. Thank you guys for dropping in on us.
Thanks, Donnie.
Okay.
So again, it is a fantastic thing to be able to meet everyone and introduce them to you, dear viewer, and then readers of the Monday Minute, which we're going to come to here in a second, where you can actually learn more about what's happening with the Date with Your Mate going on out there. And so, anyway, what a nice guy. And I meant to mention how he has such a striking resemblance to Joe Walsh of the Eagles.
You think
Uh,
so?
well, Joe Walsh was singing about the Rocky Mountain Way, so now maybe we can get Donnie singing about the Newton County Way.
Well, I'm sure he would. I'm
Oh,
sure
well,
he
we'll
would.
we'll,
Did
we'll
you
go for
notice how
that.
they're on the mountaintop out there? I mean, you can see for miles. There's so much dirt road before you get there. It's just incredible. I mean, it's a good time for everybody right here in our backyard. It's amazing.
It truly is. I mean, again, we've got, when we've got the super special CGI screens behind us showing you just a small glimpse. Wow. You just, again, folks, it's like if you're not from around this area and you've never been here, I know a lot of folks who live in the more urban areas all around the country make it a point to return once they come the first time out here to Newton County and take in all that is the natural state personified lovely here in Arkansas. And Newton County is a shining example of that. It's absolutely beautiful. So now, as we watch the clock tick tock, Toinette, you are going to share with us more about the Monday Minute, but then you had something that popped in mind.
Just now, how'd you know?
Oh, I tell you, it's like I'm psychic, only different.
Just wanted to give a shout out to Kevin Middleton for this beautiful photo behind me. He took that, I believe, at Kyle's Landing um, last week, and it's just incredible, isn't it? There were lots of beautiful sunset pictures that day, but Kevin had a lot of them.
Well, it's absolutely lovely. I mean, I'm telling you, like the one that's here behind me, I'm kind of recycling a little bit, but you know what? It's the right thing to do because they're
There's
just lovely.
Well, there's so many to choose from. We could shake you up a little bit. Let's take a look at what's in the Monday Minute this week. We're starting the week off right with the Newton County Library Friends of the Library Soup, Bread, and Book Sale that starts on Thursday. The book sale itself will go ahead and run through Friday and Saturday. Be sure to catch that. And the first Friday of the month means there's a fish fry, your choice, fish or chicken, at the Senior Center on Friday the 7th, which is followed by Saturday the 8th, and that means there's breakfast at the American Legion Post 93. Osage Clay Works is showing up and showing out with a Super Bowl bowl special. You can get up to 20% off on your bowls, but you have to ask for the Super Bowl special when you check out. Don't forget about the Date with Your Mate Valentine's special at Wilderness Rider Buffalo Ranch. Check out their Facebook page. Also, don't forget the bake sale at the Senior Center. You got to get those orders in by February 13th. Surprise your sweetheart. Lots of choices about where to take your Valentine for that special Valentine's Day dinner. Take a look at this menu from the Jasper Pizza Company. Definitely a winner. And they're celebrating Valentine's Day down at the Horseshoe Canyon Ranch as well. They have a dinner and cabin adventure planned that I think would pique any Valentine's interest. Be sure and check that out. Getting a lot of attention for these maps. Folks are getting ready to wander around, and don't do it without your Newton County Backroads Atlas. Also go to Arkansas Game and Fish and figure out how to get in that big squirrel challenge before it's over. And we forgot to mention the Crystal Cottage this week in the Monday Minute. That happens sometimes. Be sure to check out all their Valentine's Day goodies.
See, and there you have it. Another fantastic action packed episode of the Monday Minute. But that's not even all because there's so much more. Which, first, before I get to that, one thing I want to point out again is when it comes to the Atlas, that thing is. This is not just for show. This is a very valuable resource when you come out to Newton County and you participate in a lot of the outdoor things, such as over at the Wilderness Riders, because even on their website, they're going to tell you that most likely your GPS is going to leave you. And that's just true. It's like, and also like, don't use their mailing address for locations because that won't work out for you. So the atlas in and of itself is a fantastic resource provided by the Newton County Chamber of Commerce, and one that you can easily get by going to the website. And I'm sure there might be a couple other places that Toinette can tell you about.
That's right. There's a select businesses here in Newton County. I think Who'd Have Thought It carries them. Paisley Sister carries them. Believe Bubba's Buffalo Outfitter. Uh, Bubba's, that was wrong. Bubba's
Bubba will understand.
Buffalo's Buffalo River Store carries them, and several select locations in
No,
Newton County,
awesome. Saying that's
and
fantastic. Again, it's a
others. I think Matt's
yeah.
got some over there.
Oh, well, there you go. So again, it's a wonderful resource and highly recommended if you're coming out to Newton County. Very, very, very important. Another thing in the minute this week that I wanted to say, ooh, now that's a cool story that people should totally take a look at, is I say it a lot and I'll continue to say so, but I love how you incorporate those snippets from history, but like articles from once upon a time ago in the Harrison Daily Times. And this one, I really dug it, man. That robbery is a fascinating story. It
Yeah,
truly is.
it
And
is.
speaking of which, now I don't know if you haven't, shame on you, but I know Travis at just today posted a new post on his blog when it comes to Red Rock and all of that. So I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but I got the notification. So again, one of our previous guests here on the Holler, you can go back and watch that episode and learn more about one of the homegrown historians that does some really cool outreaches. But
It's
anyway,
awesome.
I
I
could
haven't
go on
seen
and
that.
on. Oh yeah, see, you got to get signed up. That WordPress notification is awesome. So I
Good deal.
encourage everyone to do it because again, it's all about the color and flavor of right here in Newton County, and so many neat things that we're starting to put into this pot that
That's
is
right.
the Newton County Holler. And another thing that I think, you're gonna love this segue. Watch this, Tom. Ed, I'm a pro. So
Oh
when it
boy.
comes to like all the folks around here who have made this place great, the one thing about that is they all started somewhere, and that was on their birthday, right? So,
That's
Toinette, we've got
right.
some birthdays to talk
Oh my
about.
goodness. Yes, we do. Coming up before we meet again, Sharon Capps is going to have a birthday. Jenny Fernando is going to have one on the 5th. Sharon's is the 4th. Be sure and tell her happy birthday. Rhonda Vanderpool will have a birthday on the 6th. And our very own Cassidy Brazel on the 7th. Elaine Ricketts and Mardell Phillips share the 8th. And I have to do a shout out to Rick Lucas. Paul, to my Annie in Misery, will have a birthday on the 9th. So
Oh,
happy birthday
that's
to all of those folks.
and on every one of those days, Newton County got just a little bit brighter, and then it
That's right.
shined even further, like onto the lyric stage as you were talking about. So that was fantastic. So anyway, everyone, again, thank you very much for joining us for episode 5 of the Newton County Holler, brought to you by the Newton County Chamber of Commerce. Do us a wonderful favor by way of liking, commenting, sharing, doing all those social media things to help the algorithm and help not only this video and channel grow, but also all of the businesses that the Newton County Chambers help support in awareness. So when you come here, you can get more of the experience. It's an absolutely wonderful outreach. I know I'm glad to be a part of, and I can't wait till I get to go play in the woods a little bit more too, more so than just admiring my own background. You know.
That's right.
So, Tanya, what else would you like to say to folks as we say goodnight?
Let's remind folks to like and follow the Newton County, Arkansas Facebook page. Um, that's our chamber website, and that's where we put the minute every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. So be sure to be there. Show it some love, and we will keep showing up here and doing what we do. That we've got a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, and saying we value your time, so that's why we do everything we can to make sure that the 20 minutes that you share with us is totally worth that because we truly appreciate you watching. So Donette, on behalf of you and the Newton County Chamber of Commerce, I think I can tip my hat with confidence saying have a fantastic day, everyone. And again, like, comment, share, tell your friends, and bring them to on down Newton County, Arkansas, because there's always some really beautiful stuff to look at. Talk to you next week.
That's true. We'll see you next week, Jim.